New this morning, we now know the name of a teen who died following a shooting over on the west side. San Antonio police say 15-year-old Ethan Soto was found dead in the middle of the street near where he lived. Happened on Alston Street near Greenside around 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Victim's brother told police he was about to go meet someone about money. Police said an argument started that ended with the teen being killed. 2 other teens were detained following the shooting. The names of the suspects have not been released.
San Antonio police say at least one person is hurt after a shooting at an apartment complex. The call came in just after 8:30 last night on Mid-Crown Drive. That's on the city's northeast side near 410 and Walsham Road. Officers are still investigating. However, they say a man was shot in the leg and he is expected to be okay, but police say he is not giving them much information. They say they have not arrested a suspect.
The state's main power grid operator says it will have enough electricity to meet demand this summer. ERCOT's seasonal report calls for a peak demand of 77,317 megawatts. That would be a new record. Previous peak of more than 74,000 megawatts was set in August of 2019. ERCOT says it will have 91,000 megawatts of resource capacity available during summer peak demand hours, which is typically between 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. New details overnight about the critical shortage of baby formula here in the U.S.
The government is taking new action to buy formula from overseas. However, it will not be an immediate solution. ABC's M. Nguyen has more.
The FDA is taking new steps to ease the baby formula shortage, including making it easier to import formula. Currently, about 98% of formula consumed in the U.S. is American-made. But the FDA warns the imported products, potentially coming from the U.K., Australia, and New Zealand, will take weeks to get here.
We are seeking manufacturers from around the globe who may have available product that could meet our regulatory standards for both nutrition and food safety.
In another move to boost supply, the nation's largest formula maker, Abbott Labs, has reached an agreement with the FDA to restart production at its largest factory. The FDA shut down the Michigan factory in February for what it described as unsanitary conditions. But Abbott says an investigation found no conclusive evidence linking its formula to infant illnesses. And despite the agreement, Abbott warns it could take 2 weeks to restart the plant and another 6 to 8 weeks to get the products onto store shelves. Meanwhile, the makers of America's second largest formula, Enfamil, have increased production by 30%, with operations now running around the clock. The company says the war in Ukraine has contributed to the shortage because Ukraine is a major supplier of sunflower oil, a key ingredient in some formulas.
Here in Washington, Congress is working on 2 bills, one for emergency funding to buy formula overseas, and the second bill would expand formula access for people receiving government assistance. M. Nguyen, ABC News, Washington.
In California, authorities say the man killed trying to stop a gunman at a Southern California church may have saved dozens of lives. Dr. John Cheng was shot after tackling David Chow on Sunday at a Taiwanese church in Orange County. Chow was then subdued by elderly parishioners. 5 people were wounded. Authorities say Chow had driven to the church from Las Vegas and was motivated by hatred against Taiwan. He is scheduled to be arraigned today on charges of murder and attempted murder.
The FDA is expected to soon authorize Pfizer boosters for children ages 5 to 11. An official familiar person with the plan says the authorization could come as early as today. Pfizer requested emergency use authorization for its boosters at the end of April. The company claims its data showed a third vaccine dose raised Omicron-fighting antibodies by 36 times in those ages 5 to 11. An advisory committee for the CDC is also expected to discuss vaccine boosters when they will meet Thursday.
The trial for Hillary Clinton's former campaign lawyer resumes today. Michael Sussman, charged with lying to the FBI, accused of lying about his clients while passing on a tip alleging suspicious ties between former President Donald Trump and Russia. The trial is shaping up to be about something much bigger. According to court documents, the FBI investigation found Sussman's actions may have been part of a smear campaign to spur an investigation into Trump and his political campaign. Clinton and her campaign have not yet been accused of breaking any laws.
Time now, 4:37 and 73 degrees for now.